Hey, if you're looking to learn how to build a side hustle to quit your job, you've come to the right place. I'm going to show you a 4-step process that's going to help you quit your job within 1 year's time. My name is Nehemiah Jeffrey. I've been an entrepreneur over the last 15 to 20 years. I've done many different types of businesses such as Airbnb. I own and operate retail stores here in Brooklyn. And also I was in real estate as a real estate broker, and I've done some fix and flip deals. Now, all this experience is going to show you from my successes and failures how to be a better entrepreneur in building your side hustle. So let's get right into it. Hit that subscribe button. Since you're here, you might as well. It's somewhere nearby. It's a simple little tap. So the number one thing you have to understand is that you have to allocate time towards your side hustle. Oftentimes, people make a lot of complaints saying that they can't focus on the side hustle because I don't have enough time, or I have too many things to do, or I'm tired when I get off work. Well, I'll say this. The only way you're going to be able to do this is that you have to create some time to work on the business. If you don't create time to work on the business, you're never going to be able to create a business. So you may have to sacrifice sleep for 12 months of your life to have the rest of your life to live how you want to live. So my advice is to focus 2 hours in the morning time. We're talking from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. And then after work, we're talking 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now, that may sound extreme. I think over time your body will get used to it and you can sleep in on Saturday or Sunday. So that's number one. You have to allocate time to the side hustle. Number two is that you have to understand also is that you would never get rich working 40 hours to 50 hours a work week on another person's business. Pretty much working for someone else at 20 bucks an hour, 30 bucks an hour, you would never become a millionaire or a billionaire. It's virtually impossible. That's just not how the business world works. The mindset has to be that I'm going to be able to create a business where I can work on my business for 4 hours a week, or I'm going to create a business where I can work on my business for 5 hours each week, and the business generates $5,000 a month. The business can generate $100,000 a month with only 5 hours of working on the business. That's the mindset you got to have. So the question is, how do you get to that mindset? Well, you have to focus on your systems, and systems is key. It's similar to what McDonald's has as a franchise, right? Why is it that McDonald's can be able to open up as many stores across the world as they see fit? And the reason why is because they have systems in place. So if you have money, you can buy the system and put a McDonald's on that street, and McDonald's will hand you over a folder and say, here are our systems. You literally put that system over there on that street, and now you're going to start making revenue from that McDonald's. So the mindset is to create your system for your side hustle. So let's get down to the 4-step process though. The number one thing you got to realize is that you got to create a service, or you have to either do a service or an e-commerce business for your business. So let's say you want to go with electrical. Now, my suggestion is to focus on service businesses that are going to be here for the long term. Do not focus on businesses that's going to be here for the short term. So what's a long-term business? We're talking electrical. Electrical business is going to be here for the long term. So let's say you pick a service business that you know is going to be here for the long term. Plumbing, it's going to be here for the long term. Electrical, roofing, masonry work, handyman, remote cleaning. The list goes on and on with service businesses. Now, once you pick that one business, let's say we go with remote cleaning. Now, the thing is, the second step to this is that you got to figure out where the audience is located at for remote cleaning so you can run your ads. Advertisements are huge when it comes to online businesses. So you got to figure out where they are located at so you can run your ads. Now, for remote cleaning, I know that Google local service ads is where it's best to run your ads at. Now, how does this work? So let's go back from the beginning. The first step is that you got to create a website that's going to say remote cleaning service, right? So how do you do this? You copy and paste a website that already has remote cleaning. You copy and paste the titles, the images, not the exact images, but you copy and paste the format of the website, and you put your services on there. You put your information on there as far as your address, your phone number, your email, and all of that information. Now the next step is you got to create a PO box for your address. The PO box is going to, oh, by the way, the Bluehost service provider costs $20 a month. You can use that to create a website. Now, if you want someone else to create your website, you're going to spend anywhere from $50 to $1,000 to create your own website. They have a lot of artificial intelligence websites that you can use to create a website for you. So use Bluehost.com. You're going to pay $20 a month as your service provider for your website. Once you do that, create a post. You got to get a PO box, and this PO box is going to have a physical location where your business technically will be held at. So all your mail goes there. You can put the physical address of that on your website. You can also, when you run your Google local service ads, you can also use that as your address. Now, carry along here, we go to Google local service ads. How does Google local service ads work? So let's say if someone is in my town of Bushwick, Brooklyn, and they're looking for cleaning services for their residential apartment, they're going to type in remote cleaner in Bushwick, Brooklyn. The advertisement that I have on Google will appear, right, as the first advertisement. That person is going to click on that advertisement, and then they're going to go to that advertisement's website and book that service. What you want to do is you want to make sure that your business is the first business that pops up. And that's how Google local service ads work. So your business pops up, and then from there they can book their service. They can book whatever they want to do on your website. So you got to apply for Google local service ads, and you got to do your LLC, get your insurance docs, get everything you need to make sure that you have Google local service ads, and then you start running ads. You play with it. You run at least $5 a day on your ads until you figure out how they work and how to optimize it, right? The next step is that once you start getting customers coming in, you have to figure out how to automate this system. So you got to use House Call Pro to be able to automate your system. Now, because you don't want to be the one that's sending text messages and emails to customers. You don't want to be the one that's collecting customers' credit card or debit card information to pay for the service. You don't want to talk to the customer in terms of customer service. You don't want to do any of this. You want to outsource that to someone else. House Call Pro will help you with that. Sign up for House Call Pro. It's $60 a month. That's going to help automate your business. And the last step to all of this is to make sure you have a cleaning company that's going to do the cleaning work for you. So what happens is that when a customer goes online, they type in remote cleaner in Bushwick, Brooklyn, your ad pops up, they click that ad, they go to the website, it's connected to House Call Pro. So the customer is in House Call Pro now, and they're going to look at the calendar and they're going to book a slot for their home to be cleaned. Now, the next phase of this is that you're going to look at that calendar, you're going to hire that cleaning company to do the work on that calendar, right? And that is how it works. That's a 4-step process on how you can start a side hustle. And you can do this with any business. You can be electrical, you can be plumbing, you can do a moving company like this. But that's the 4-step process. If you want more videos like this, let me know. I can explain it in depth on how to do this. But on that note, I hope you check out my other video right here on how to start a side hustle, so therefore you can make $1 million. On that note,